Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland, is considered to be one of the world's most beautiful cities, dramatically situated over 7 hills, between the Pentland Hills to the south and the sea to the north. Every year, millions of visitors flock to the city to explore its historic Royal Mile, the grandeur of the 18th century new town, its lush green parks, and iconic festivals. The Scottish Tourist Guides Association, founded over 60 years ago, has around 500 highly qualified blue and green badge guides, and over 200 of us are based in the Edinburgh and South East Scotland area. Every year we welcome and professionally guide tens of thousands of visitors from all over the world. Many of our guides can speak 2 or more languages. We are knowledgeable, friendly, and above all passionate about our Scottish history and culture. 2020 was shaping up to be a busy year for us guides, but when the global coronavirus pandemic struck, with the country in lockdown, flights cancelled, and hotels and visitor attractions closed, our guiding work was completely wiped out. SGGA guides are resourceful people, however, and we have turned our guiding skills into virtual tours, online tutorials, and many social media campaigns to let you know that we are still here and waiting to welcome you once again when you feel ready to return to our wonderful country. 2020 is the 170th anniversary of the birth of one of Scotland's best-known writers, Robert Louis Stevenson, so it was an obvious choice for the Edinburgh and South East Scotland branch of the STGA to make a short film highlighting his connections to the city. Over 100 individual videos were made by nearly 40 guides, and it became clear that there was sufficient material to make a whole series of short films. So this is the first, and celebrates the anniversary of the publication of one of his best-loved novels, Kidnapped, in July 1886.
On the 16th of July we celebrate the anniversary of the publication of the book Kidnapped, written by Robert Louis Stevenson.
I'm outside the Hawes Inn in South Queensferry. Robert Louis Stevenson stayed here in 1886, and it's believed he came up with the idea for his novel Kidnapped. Hawes Inn features in the book and is a key part of the story. And Hawes Inn sits at the foot of the famous Forth Rail Bridge. This would have been under construction when Robert Louis Stevenson stayed here, but it was not complete until 1890.
This is my favourite statue in Edinburgh. On the left is Alan Breck Stewart, and on the right David Balfour, the 2 heroes from Stevenson's novel Kidnapped. In the story, 6 years after the catastrophe of the Battle of Culloden, the Jacobite Highlanders are scattered and persecuted by British government troops. A powerful officer, Colin Campbell, the Red Fox, is shot, murdered. Alan and David witness the attack and have to run for their lives. After months of nail-biting adventures across Scotland, the 2 comrades head for Edinburgh and part company near this spot, assuming they may never meet again. When we got near the place, called Rest and Be Thankful, and looked down on Christorfin Bogs and over to the city and the castle on the hill, we both stopped, for we both knew, without a word said, that we had come to where our ways parted. Just look at the fantastic detail. The statue was created by royal sculptor Sandy Stoddart and unveiled by another Scottish hero in 2004, Sir Sean Connery.
Now the sequel to this book was called Catriona, and part of it is set on the island behind us, the Bass Rock. Now Stevenson was born just up the coast from here in Edinburgh, but eventually he moved away and he moved to the Samoan Islands, and there it was known as Tusitala, the teller of tales. Such a fitting name for a man who delighted book readers from around the world.
The woman's face lit up with a malignant anger. "That is the house of Shaw's," she cried. "Blood built it, blood stopped the building of it, blood shall bring it down. See here," she cried again, "I spit upon the ground and crack my thumb at it. Black be its fall. If ye see the laird, tell him what ye hear. Tell him this makes the 1219 time that Jeanette Coulston has called down the curse on him and his house, buyer and stable, man, guest and master, wife, miss or bairn. Black, black be their fall."
We'll come to the popular ruins of Cammo House. It is better known as the House of Shaw's, something not everybody might be aware of. This is where, in Robert Louis Stevenson's book Kidnapped, the hero of the story, David Balfour, starts his adventure, and it is here that the adventure also comes to an end.